Hello and welcome back to some combat mission. This time I will do another type of video again. A few months back I did a Battle for Normandy video that was kind of like a tutorial. How do you attack a German hedgerow position as the Americans? This time I will do a similar thing with the Russians, only I won't show every order I give. It will be a mix between my normal stuff and the tutorial stuff. So yeah, this time of course it's not a hedgerow position and we're not the Americans, we are the Russians. It's February 1945, it's Posen, and we are trying to root the Germans out of a completely destroyed city block here, which is a fairly typical scenario in the aptly named Fire and Rubble expansion. There's already some destroyed Russian tanks here, so it's not the first time we try to attack this. One kind of special thing here, a special condition is that this area is not completely destroyed, but we are not to venture into there because it is assigned to adjacent forces, as you can see here. This is kind of trouble because obviously we could take heavy flanking fire by people in these high rises. If that is the case, that will make this a bit more complicated. Other than that, so how do you actually use the Russian infantry in a scenario like this? Now, compared to the Americans, I mean, some basics like fire and movement and so on are similar, but you will have to use the infantry a bit differently. For one thing, you don't have bocage, of course. So, as always, the first step is you look at what you have. In this case, I have two infantry platoons. Number one. And over here, one sec, number two. And as you can see, I have already given them orders, so I won't do that live. But yeah, we have two infantry platoons, and these will be my first wave, because we will get a rifle platoon later. These are submachine gunners, and then a third submachine gun platoon even later as reinforcements here. As the Russians, generally speaking, you treat each platoon like it is one big squad, so you move them mostly in unison, and not as I did in the bocage level where it's like, okay, I'm going to flank with one squad. No, you flank with one platoon, right? So the first thing I will do is I will use my two infantry platoons to make contact. They will advance into this area. As you can see, it's fairly open, and we have decent overwatch positions from here over this whole area. But there's also micro-terrain where or also I guess the Germans can hide. So I plotted their movement already, like this, with pauses between that, quick dashes from little depression to little depression or cover or whatever, to move forward. The goal here is to advance, obviously, but also to draw German fire, at which point your troops will go to ground, and also they will return fire immediately with submachine guns, hoping to deal as much damage as possible, but basically they're going to be pinned down for a bit. The important thing is that you reveal German positions. The goal is to make the Germans shoot at your first wave, dealing as little casualties as possible, although it will be unavoidable to get some. And then once the German heavy weapons have been revealed, like Lafettes, like mortars, like anti-tank guns especially, that's when your second element, the Overwatch heavy weapon element, works on these and hopefully destroys them. And then you send in the second wave, and what's left of the first, if they still have ammo, but usually the Russians burn through ammo really quickly. Usually the first wave is not that useful after that initial firefight. But the second wave then goes in, and hopefully then the Germans won't be able to resist because their heavy weapons were knocked out by your heavy weapons. So what do we have as Overwatch? We have the company HQ here, and attached we have a sniper team, which will probably not be that useful. But there's two light machine gunners here, which we will leave in Overwatch, and a 5cm mortar, or 51mm or whatever. No, 5cm was right, 50mm. This mortar is a bit historically inaccurate for 1945. These were withdrawn from frontline service. And normally in the Russian scenarios you do not have these. But I'm not going to complain because they can be used to directly target enemy machine gun nests and stuff like that. And we also have this tank destroyer which we will use as an assault gun, which is an Su-85. I don't think there's German tanks here, but they will probably have an anti-tank gun or something. So that we will have to knock out before we can move this up a bit further into, say, this area here or up the road. Now, I did look at the map and these areas are all impassable because they're rubble. So they're impassable for vehicles, so I can't move the thing quite down the road. And as far as I'm aware, because this road, or what's left of it, if that even is the road, is also blocked, I don't actually think I can move the vehicle to shoot behind this city block. The only way I could get it closer would be like through here, but I'm not supposed to go here, and even then I'm blocked here, and if I go here, so I would have to go through that area, and then I would be here, and even then I can't advance much further. So basically this tank, or well, tank destroyer, will be in the back line providing fire support again against point targets that reveal themselves. Sorry. So I also have some anti-tank rifles for fire support attached to each of the submachine gun troops and light machine guns. Now, I do have a forward observer. In the American campaign we called in the mortars relatively quickly. That doesn't really work with Russians because it takes ages to call in the artillery, which is not unrealistic. The thing is that the Russians pre-planned the artillery, and that's something sadly that you can't really do in this game because you can only plan one mission at a time per battery. This is something where I feel like Gravity Team Tactics is a bit more realistic, where you can pre-plan your artillery barrage in greater detail. So instead, our artillery support off-map is only this 3 battery, no mortars, which is also kind of unrealistic, but fair enough. But this 3 battery will just keep targeting the city block throughout the whole battle until I reach it, obviously, with a slow or harassment fire mission. So they would just keep shelling it once in a while to keep the Germans' head down. Now, the Germans in defense are apparently Volkssturm troops and Luftwaffe troops. So even though that fire is not very heavy, obviously it's just sporadic fire, I hope it will keep the heads down of any Germans in this area to a degree, and if I get even single casualties, they might run from their prepared positions. So that's the thing here. But yeah, that's my plan. So, to reiterate, this first wave goes in, carefully but quickly, drawing German fire. Once German fire is drawn, I will target the heavy German weapons with my support weapons until they are completely degraded. Then I will send in the second wave to secure the city block. I also have, like, in reserve already here, pioneers, which will also be part of the second wave. They will keep back here for now. And yeah, anyway, that's the plan. Let's see how it goes. Alright, I will keep the non-cinematic icons on for now. And we will just look at the first, and there's already a tank spotted. Okay, I didn't see that coming. That said, actually wait, there was smoke there, right? That might be a wreck. I hope that's a wreck. Yeah, I think it's a wreck. For a second I thought I was screwed. Although I guess I would have gotten the drop on it. Yeah, it's a burning German tank. That's why I couldn't see it before. Fischstock. Okay, so as you can see, we're going forward in leaps and bounds. And yeah, now it's really just when will the Germans be forced to open up. By the way, I set the artillery barrage to anti-infantry, which I think means that there's air bursts mixed in, which I think, since there's no overhead cover, that should increase casualties quite a bit. So, and as you can see here, I'm using the terrain. I'm not just, like, when I say I send in the first wave, I don't mean a human wave attack. I'm not an idiot, you know, I'm moving them through cover. Alright, second round, this time a bit more cinematic. And these guys have been told to stop here. Wait for a bit, more troops move up. Expose as few troops to the enemy at the same time as possible. As you can see, there was an airburst there, so that's nice. So far, no fire from that weird flank. Oh, that's a German mortar opening up. So they must have spotted something, probably their direct firing, to be honest. is, will we spot them now? I think we took a casualty there. And we are in contact with Volkssturm troops here. So, yeah, it is on. Alright, next turn. I didn't change anything. I'm pretty sure all hell will break loose now. We have the Volkssturm guys here. I haven't spotted the mortar yet. This turn is all about making contact, blasting away at everything, hoping to inflict casualties, but also, above all, spotting the high-value targets that we need to take out, the ones that are dealing the casualties. Because those Volkssturm dudes, we're gonna mow them down with submachine gun fire, they're gonna run away, nobody cares. It's the machine guns, it's the anti-tank guns. And as you can see, we are opening up, and yeah, there's already a red, or two red crosses. Okay, as you can see, more are opening up. So far I'm hearing rifles mostly. Oh yeah, the mortars are targeting my center. Okay, yeah, all hell breaks loose. We will take casualties here. I completely see that coming, that's fine. Oh, the SU is also engaging. So now we are uncovering the German defensive network. Mortar is opening up. Maybe I should have set that one on hold fire, to be honest. So I can use it more in a directed way. Okay, those guys here. Okay, there's some kind of anti-aircraft vehicle. That's not ideal, but the SU can take care of that. Yeah, it's an anti-aircraft vehicle. We're firing at it with infantry, which won't work. Okay, yeah, that's a big problem. So that's one high-value target that we need to take out. So normally what you would do now is look at the battle maybe in some more detail, and actually we will do that, but I won't do like a replay. Normally that's what I would do. We will just see, okay, so these guys... Yeah, okay, not a problem. What else did we spot? More Volkssturm dudes, also not huge problems. I think we got machine gun fire more from this area, and these seem to be Luftwaffe troops. So this area here was a machine gun nest, I'm pretty sure. Here we have further Volkssturm troops. Apparently, oh, that's a Wirbelwind, okay, and we did actually deal damage to it, so that's a good start. We did hit one of the crewmen. There's another, what I believe is a machine gun nest. Here's a dead Volkssturm guy with a Volkssturm guy, interesting. Okay, we will see. First of all, I'm gonna take the mortar. It did not take any casualties. I will tell the mortar to, I always use target briefly, target this machine gun nest. These guys are under more pressure, but at the same time, they're already as good as dead, so why support them? We're gonna support this side because we made more progress here, and it looks like we are further away from this thing. This, I believe, back here is the mortar. Now the question is, I already told these, actually that was a mistake. The clear target, can I target the mortar directly? Because if so, no. No line, huh. I wonder if I should target what I believe to be the mortar directly. No, it doesn't really. No, that's not good enough. There's a tank rack here. No, my initial thought was correct. Nuke that machine gun nest. So that would be one less we have to worry about. Next priority is knocking out that Wirbelwind or what's left of it. It might actually retreat at this point. But let's say I wanted to knock it out, which I do. I drive up to here. I should be in hull down towards it. And if it's still... I don't want to pop out the guy from the turret. There's rubble here. I think I should be able to see it from here. Yeah, that should be fine. And to make clear to these guys what they are supposed to nuke. Because after that I obviously want to use them against the infantry, but they will get target armor arc in this direction. If it retreats, they should still be able to see it. And that will hopefully knock them out. Other than that, these infantry guys, as I said, they're there to uncover more positions. They will be here, blast away with their submachine guns. Any damage they can do is great. And they will do a bunch of damage against these bozos here, at least. So yeah, next round. Oh, there was a mortar, wasn't it? Just slightly wounded. But yeah, that's not ideal. At least they're firing. Okay, that guy just killed one of our own, but it sees the Wirbelwind, which is good. We're taking damage from the fire as well, and it's down. Okay, Wirbelwind is down. We're taking damage from the high-rises, as is expected. Other than that, I'm hearing a lot of our fire and not a lot of German fire. Oh, there's an anti-tank gun there, that's not great. Okay, we'll have to deal with that. In fact, I will have to take now some time, watch the replay a few times and get a better grip on where the Germans are. Alright, back in planning mode. So, few things. We did spot this heavy machine gun. And in my opinion, this is still a priority target, a heavy weapon. Unless, no, that one can't spot the anti-tank gun either. Well, okay, that's one thing I noticed. It's not an anti-tank gun, it's a 75mm light infantry gun. Which is still not ideal, but not as dangerous for my Overwatch here in form of the SU. So, first step, I will keep them on target on this heavy machine gun. They can spot it even, so they should be relatively quick on it. So, these guys, as you can see, spot more German positions. Sadly, nothing really important so far, but I will go clear target and let them choose their own targets. I hope they won't do more friendly fire, those fuckwits, but other than that, I hope they can knock these out. A bit of HE should be quite enough to send these Volkssturm guys running. These guys are pinned down here. As you can see, we took some heavy casualties. I will keep them here. In fact, I will stop the rest of these forward movement orders. And they should shoot at everything they can see. Maybe I will move up the anti-tank rifle for some more long-range fire. There is a sniper here that we're taking. I think I also saw machine gun fire, but there's one sniper with the G43 up here. We can maybe knock that out later with our anti-tank vehicle, but maybe not. We shall see. Other than that, I have a flamethrower here, which is already slightly wounded, but yeah, there's no way I can get that close in this situation right now. What I can maybe do is, if I assume that these guys are fairly suppressed, I can rush the scout team a bit forward. They're not that valuable in this situation. And maybe take them out in close combat, or they will die. We will see. But that should give me a bit of breathing room here. And yeah, that's about it. I will keep my reserves still in reserve. I still want to see if I can, for example, directly spot or knock out the mortar, more heavy machine guns. So far I have conclusively spotted one of them. These others are just headquarter troops, but this heavy machine gun is important. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Again, going for the overhead view. We're still taking some casualties, but not as heavy as the Germans. So, the mortars are going in. Can we knock out this machine gun nest? It is firing. That was a good hit already. And we knocked one of them out at least. I don't know if the gun can still be saved, but that's a good start. So now we need to identify more. The scouts are rushing forward, are driving them out. As you can see, the Volkssturm are fleeing, reasonably so. Okay, we're getting more fire from these side things there. Okay, I will move the SU to maybe a bit better position. Actually, scratch that. I noticed that the SU can see the building with the sniper from here. So, for now I will try to knock that out. I retargeted the mortar at these dudes here in the ruined building. because they have a machine gun and not just Volkssturm stuff. And we're trying to knock out the sniper. Okay, we got another mortar hit there. There was the sniper. One shot, one hit. Okay, next up we will move it down here so it can maybe take out that infantry gun. Now these do have heat rounds. Also one wonders how many. Over here, yeah, our mortars are going down and the machine gunner seems silenced. We are almost out of mortar rounds. Okay. Mortar's empty. And our submachine gunners will soon run out of juice as well, although there should be a few lying around ready to be picked up. I think the infantry gun shot it. You know, I kind of wish they would stop shooting on the move. That's actually a hard shot to make, isn't it? No, never mind. Apparently, that thing is crewed by John Wick or something. Fair enough. So, scratch another important German asset. Oh, what do we have here? There's a light machine gun or heavy machine gun opening up from this direction. We have a machine gunner here. That's our next target to destroy. Alright, how do we destroy that machine gunner? Well, I'm gonna tell this guy to retreat and drive around quickly here. Well, not retreat, just back up. And they should be able to spot the machine gunner from here, and if not, I will target the pile behind him in direct fire, and he's gonna eat the HE blast. And that's one more German MG down. Over here I'm slowly consolidating. This seems to be the weakest flank right now. So maybe I will actually use my first reserve force, the Zappers, in this area. That said, as you can see, they are running out of ammo here, so I can't really use... Well, these still have quite a bit, and we still have the flamethrower as well. But yeah, we'll probably next turn start to move the Zappers over from here to here. One thing that's not ideal over here, the machine gun that we bombarded is still intermittently active, so it's not destroyed. Yeah, see? Luckily, we still have some PPSH ammo left. So that makes it easy to suppress. Also, the mortar is still active, although not as much as before. Yeah, see, the mortar's still shooting. I don't know if you heard that. But other than that, going swimmingly here. Some Volkssturm dudes. These are easy to mop up once the support weapons are gone. Alright, I told the... Actually, I should have maybe filmed that, but I told these guys to shoot HE at the rise behind this machine gun nest. That should knock it out, or hopefully at least drive it off. Now over here we have these scouts again, which are in the process of capturing this Volkssturm guy who has thrown away his last-ditch rifle, but they are also in a position from where they could maybe finally take these guys out. There must be at least one left who is cowering, but not shooting. So what I'm doing here, because they are being kind of suppressed, I'm going to tell them to pause, to kind of get back their composure. Then they will sprint to this corner, and from here we'll maybe be able to throw nades or take them out. They are under fire from over here. There's more Volkssturm guys here, but they only have bolt-action rifles and are Volkssturm, so it's probably fine. I don't want to move these forward yet until I take out the machine gun nest, but after that these will rush across here. Okay, that sounds or looks like it could have already knocked that out. Obviously the sound contact is still there. can't click on it anymore, they might be dead. Now, this is still the most promising flank, but I think the mortar is zeroing in on it, as you can see, so we will take some more casualties here. I just hope that when I move these guys forward, we will be able to spot the mortar, which might be... Oh, there it is. Maybe the SU can already kind of target that? Kind of hard to tell. I can't move it more forward is a problem, but they seem to be kind of in defilade. But yeah, that mortar needs to go. Alright, try it around a bit, and the mortars cannot be targeted because they're behind that little hill. Maybe a lucky artillery hit might do it, but for now I will move this thing as far forward as I can. Yeah, they're still shelling me here with the mortars, so we will take more casualties here. I'm moving a few guys forward just to probe a bit more, maybe... yes, find minefields, that's also not completely useless, and maybe uncover more enemy forces. That also sounded like a mine. But where was that? We'll see that later. Other than that, we will have to wait for the second wave to arrive. Oh, these are still alive. Well, if I had known that, I would have left that SU there. Shit. Alright, and as you can see, reinforcements have arrived. 1 platoon rifle. I did send my reserve over here, but they did take a mortar round, which is kind of sucky, but okay, the sappers. The sappers will push along this axis, while whatever is left of the first wave will fire at the enemy. So these guys, I'm just gonna want to get them out of that. Oh no, wait, whoa. There's a minefield there, right? Now, the sappers should be able to deal with minefield, you'd think, but not really on this scale. Okay, I don't see any minefields here, so these guys will move forward. They also have rifles, which I guess maybe gives some additional firepower. Yeah, each of them took a casualty from the mortar fire. Okay, I'm going to ground here just to see where we can best move them forward. But yeah, this is the beginning of the second phase of the actually advancing phase. Because I do believe that we have the Germans on the ropes at least to a degree. Sapper HQ can also move up. There's no minefields here, right? Okay, none that we have found anyway. There's one over here. So these guys, well, okay, that dude is fucked. But other than that, let's move them away from the minefields a bit. Might as well. But okay. Again, these guys have picked up most of their dead comrades' ammo. So they do have a lot of PPSH ammo left. I'm gonna move them through this depression up with the anti-tank vehicle, so that one hopefully doesn't get ambushed. Although, to be honest, it arrived here a bit quicker than I had thought. The mortar is still shooting, and I can't get direct fire on it. Oh, ambush at close range, not great. Oh yeah, they're in that depression. Okay, we took one casualty. Let's see. Oh, there's still a machine gun there. Oh, he's throwing a nade. No heavy casualty from that. That's good, I guess. And they're running. Machine gunner here. Still alive. over here, my second wave is finally going in. Taking some casualties, but we are advancing on this flank a lot more easily than on the other. That's a sniper team with the K98K. Actually a bit more worried about the MP40 guy. These are the sappers going in. Okay, overview time. The only things that still worry me are the machine gunner here, which for some reason is still alive, and the two mortars here. One of which is deployed fairly far forward, but I can't get direct fire on it, and I can't move my tank destroyer further forward. However, over here, apparently there's just some Volkssturm dudes left. These guys are also probably demoralized. We have a sniper team here that should die momentarily. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, these are as good as dead. So this flank to me is more open. So, these are my reinforcements, the rifle platoon. We will move them forward. I did not notice any mines on this axis here. We only spotted that one thing. I hope that that machine gunner is soon knocked out. So these dudes will now move forward through the plaza here and get into the German position. And they also have an anti-tank rifle. Yeah, okay, fair enough, bring it with you. And as you can see, I'm moving them forward fast here. I want them to get into the action. If they take a few casualties on the approach, that wouldn't be ideal, but also not horrible. Through that gully that is confirmed mine free, these guys will go over here to back these up with more long-range weapons, especially because they actually have machine guns, which is good. Not only SMGs and rifles. And same thing here. These will move up and stay a bit behind as a mini reserve, but no, not really. These are Russians. We don't need to do that American or German crap with a single squad. We move the whole platoon into this area. The whole platoon moves up. Because that's our second wave. We will soon get more SMG infantry as well, as far as I understand. Okay, let's get those sniping bastards. Now the first wave is starting to get burnt out at this point, both in terms of morale and ammo. But luckily we got the second wave going now. Especially on this flank, the first wave is basically done. Okay, also good hit from the Jagdpanther. Jagdpanther. SU. We have Luftwaffe dudes in here. Yeah, blasting the last of the SMG ammo at them. Maybe a direct fire. Yeah, this mortar is still annoying me because it's so close to being able to be targeted, but it's just behind that hill. And my own mortar is out of ammo, and I can't switch the... Actually, I need to switch the artillery off, otherwise there will be friendly fire. There will be friendly fire, yeah. That said, I will keep it on a little bit longer. I will have to switch off the artillery after this, because we're getting too close. The sappers are in the German defensive line now, so they might get some shells. Should be fine though. Now there's Germans here firing down this road with machine guns. And these, the second wave will have to knock out, because I can't really get a good, like, supporting fire position on that. They are very exposed, it's just that they are in a position where I can target them from afar. They are behind the corner. Oh shit, yeah, see, I need to switch off that artillery. That was not ideal. Actually, my first line troops here might be able to suppress them. If they knock out one of the machine guns, that would already work. Alright, it's still firing for 40 minutes, but nope. Ceasefire. Can I already? No, okay, it still has to do the ceasefire order before I can call it back in. And I might not even be able to call it back in before we win, because as you can see, we're making pretty good progress here. Okay, here comes the main part of the second wave, the riflemen. I hope they can cross this road without getting mowed down. Oh god, my own artillery again. I should have switched it off a bit earlier. That was a mistake. If you use this as a tutorial, remember, switch the artillery off before you run into it. It does take a bit to switch it off to get the signal back, so... Okay, so that machine gun at the corner is still up, but we are in defilade behind this wall.
Огонь прекращен.
Jesus Christ, my own artillery has been very deadly to my guys. Oh shit, we hit the river bit again, huh? Yeah, these guys I want to take out. Okay, as you can read, we received a second rifle platoon. A third wave. I don't even know if we use, if we can use it, but we will see. Okay, my artillery is still falling. Yeah, Russian artillery is not responsive. At least not the guns. Mortars are fine. Okay, there's still Volkssturm guys here. And the remnants of the gun. But yeah, my second wave so far makes good progress. Sadly, we have two machine guns at that corner. Holy shit. Now, once we move here, we should be able to take that out. But yeah, let's do this slowly. Pick up the wounded from our own arty. It's nice that the rifles are using different winter clothing than the submachine gunners. Makes it easy to tell them apart. Took a casualty here. As soon as they catch themselves, it should be easy to take out that corner position. Yeah, but okay, they're suppressed. I need to move up the platoon HQ. That squad is a bit too far forward. Okay, there's still a machine gun there as well. Okay, they caught themselves even without the platoon issue. Yeah, that should be the game, to be honest. Now I will just move that rifle platoon forward together, and, whoa. Yeah, that submachine gun is still a bit annoying. Oh, we can finally shoot at the mortar. Payback time, bitches. I think the mortars actually cause more casualties than the machine gun. Yeah, they're probably out of ammo at this point. One machine gunner is still up. Amazing. This guy is fleeing. Well, there's still stragglers here, but basically I think we have broken their defensive scheme without having committed the last rifle platoon. Now these submachine gunners obviously kind of annoying. As I said... Oh, we finally got him! Rambo is dead, okay. Oh. Yeah, that's one way to solve that. Okay. Now we mop up the mortars as soon as everybody is up here. Now, what annoys me is, I said this before, but in combat missions, sadly, troops can't, like, route. If they're retreating, they can't retreat off-map, which I think should be standard. That these guys, when they're panicked, run off-map. So, because of the fairly small map, they're now all hanging out at this edge of the map, even though they would probably just fuck off. So that's a bit annoying. Okay, time to get revenge, hopefully, on that mortar section. Yes, do it! Do it! You know you want to. Yes! Okay, we did get at least one of them, which should, which should suppress the rest. The rest of the infantry will move up soon to that burned out car. That sound, by the way, is an anti-tank rifle. Okay, we're getting the mortars now. Alright. Okay. Okay, he still has flame ammo, so that's good. Also now he's using his revolver instead. Now there's a machine gunner here, which is annoying. Possibly retreated from the corner. If I could get one of the flamethrowers on that, that would be dandy. That one. Does he still have flame? Okay, probably like 2 or 3 more bursts. I do have a second flamethrower that I could get into this building and then flame through the door. Yeah, let's try to do that. I did find the second flamethrower team. These guys here. They will move into that building and burn out the machine gun nest. Other than that, this mortar team is proving fairly hard to completely root out. Oh, come on. No, that was pathetic. Okay, I think we have 1 burst left into that one. I'm sending an assault team in their flank now. Okay, get him. Yep, grenade. Okay, that looks like we mostly took that out. There's one dude still... Whoa, just got right up. There's one dude still in there, so we took this corner building, by the way, as well. And we knocked out the machine gun. Okay, that's great. Didn't even need the flamethrower. So now all that's left is, shit. Okay, so that guy is still up. All we need to do now is knock out the rest of that mortar team, and we have our objective under control. Alright. Oh, we got him. Okay, I think that means the objective is under our control, even though my assault troop is rooted and running around. Got another one there. Oh, we are venturing into the adjacent unit area now, which we probably shouldn't be doing, but hey. I think I will call for a ceasefire now, which should give me the win. because I do have, I believe, my objective. And here we go. Yeah, there's no Germans left in here. We have the city block. This is an adjacent objective. What do they have left here? Just to be sure. We did eat a Panzerfaust, I think, from here, from what I heard. But yeah, so that's a Möbelwagen crew and a Volkssturm dude with a Mosin. Yes, a Volkssturm dude with a Volkssturmgewehr, but yeah. I think that's basically it. Oh yeah, there were some guys on the balcony here for a bit, but I think they retreated in. So yeah, I'm gonna call for a ceasefire, probably will give me the win. If I could wipe these out. I mean, I do have a complete other platoon in reserve. If I used that, I could easily wipe those out. But at this point, in that case I would get probably a total victory, but this way I get a total victory, so who cares, I won. Okay, we killed 72 and wounded 36 and captured 3. Oh yeah, and 1 armored vehicle, yeah, right. Okay, and we secured the ground, acceptable casualties, although the infantry is kind of in the blue area. Secured enemy casualties, fair enough. 25 men killed, 30 wounded. It's not great, but not terrible, as they say in the Soviet Union, apparently. Alright, so, first time I played this scenario, I had started it a few times, but concluded it looked a bit kind of generic, but I think it was actually quite good, and a good introduction to Soviet forces, especially in the really late war. So in conclusion, send in your first wave while your support weapons are in Overwatch, reveal German positions by getting fired at, nuke the German positions, send in the second wave. That's how you play the Soviets in a nutshell. If you need a third wave, then send that in as well, but in this case we didn't. These Germans were clearly not up to the task, and as you can see, there's some people here, but they're all in a panic or basically dead. So, yeah, this was mostly a Volkssturm scenario, so yeah, as you can see, they weren't well equipped in any in any way. But yeah, decent scenario, liked it. Oh, interesting. They had a target reference point. You see, this kind of annoys me, because as I said, as Russians you're very limited with your artillery because you can't pre-plan. So in my philosophy, to me at least the the scenario designers should say, okay, fair enough, now will give the Soviet a few more target reference points, so that's kind of your version of pre-planning. But instead they give the defending German Volkssturm bozos a target reference point. So we found one minefield here the hard way. I wonder if there were more, probably, but I never noticed. Well, there were a few more in the middle, but I was not really going through the middle here. I went through the two flanks. There's another one here in front of a tank. So they had a few minefields, but it's like scattered mines, or maybe even like unexploded ordnance or something. So it wasn't that dangerous. This one could have been dangerous, but we got very lucky here and just knocked it out with a hit to the face, basically. Which, yep, fair enough. Maybe it could have been a bit better. If that had been here, the scenario might almost be unwinnable. Because then they could shoot down the whole street here. And I would have to get infantry in here. I mean, it would have been possible, but very hard. If that had been in the place of this machine gun squad, which was also very annoying. What kind of unit is that? It has 2 machine guns. I guess it's a Luftwaffe Panzergrenadier unit, like a Hermann Göring division unit. Huh, interesting. They're not Fallschirmjäger. They were veterans, though. Okay, lastly, what do I want to check? Those are Volkssturm guys who are broken. Mortar ammo bearer. How many guys did the mortars kill? 14. Yeah, that's harsh. So 14 casualties here and 7 to that mortar team. Some of those might have been in the final assault, though. My artillery, 13. Okay, fair enough. Now there were some friendly fire units among those, or in addition to those, so there's that. But yeah, 13 is not too bad. And 5 for this mortar. So that one kind of obsolete mortar did pay for itself. It did drive off that one machine gun team here, which caused only one enemy casualty. So to me, that means it was effectively suppressed. And that's what you want to do with your support weapons. You suppress and knock out the German defenses, and then you send in the second wave. These guys, even though he survived for a very long time, and now he's dead, he did get only one of ours. Yeah, the one thing that you can probably also conclude is that you do not want to be in the first wave of a Soviet assault, because those took the heaviest casualties here. I mean, they are basically, look at this shit, they are basically decimated, but that's kind of, if you play Red Thunder, best get used to that. You will lose a lot of guys, especially when trying to find out where the Germans are. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, hope it's useful, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.